Hello, everybody. This is Michelle with Nerds, Geeks, and Gamers, and today I'm doing a special spotlight. This is actually going to be a bit of a mini series of something new that I want to try, where I'm just going to spotlight different creators and creative friends that I have. And we're just going to give them the floor to just discuss whatever it is that I want to spotlight them on. This is my very first and very special guest. She is a very dear friend of mine. Her name is Wendy. Say hello, Wendy.
Hi. Hello, internet friends.
She's adorable. I love her. But I'm spotlighting her today because she actually has her own business. Not only is she just like a very talented and awesome cosplayer herself. I'm always amazed at her like doing her thing and just the things that she creates. But she also owns her own anime wood burning business. And she doesn't just do anime crafts, like she also can really do anything. But she is known for her anime pieces, and I happen to own three of them. And I have a special one
Yes.
today. It's
Woo
Maki. Look
woo,
at
mommy
how
Maki.
awesome this is. Like, honestly, like this doesn't truly give it justice. Like in person, this is just absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Again, this is going to be kind of like a shorter mini series than our usual longer episodes. So we'll kind of just get right into it. And then, if you want to just kind of start off and telling us, like, how did you get into this? And, how did you turn this into a business?
Yeah, well, honestly, it started around COVID time. I think that's when everybody like rediscovered themselves somehow. So it happened during COVID and nowhere to go, nothing to do. We're just locked up at home. And I was just like scrolling on TikTok because that's when TikTok started to started to finally become popular and whatnot. So I was like, let me see what this is all about.
Mhm.
So just from scrolling, I saw like just people doing crafts, like different types of crafts, like from jewelry making to painting to drawing and then I stumbled onto somebody doing something like this. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So I feel like that ended up kind of just reintroducing myself to anime again because I used to watch anime when I was younger,
Mhm.
obviously, but then, life happens and whatnot. And then I just kind of like put it off to the side, but then I feel like it helped me rediscover like, "Oh, I really love anime." And then I was like,
Mhm.
"Well, let me try this out. Let me just combine like something new that I've never done with something that I'm rediscovering and just falling in love with all over again." So I was like, "Let's try this out." And yeah, during COVID, Francisco, my husband, he bought me my machine, which I still have to this day. That's my baby. So he got me the
Aw.
machine, and then from there, I just started just buying like little scraps of wood to just practice on and stuff, and just little by little. I mean, in the beginning, it was not as nice as it is now. It was rough, but just with practice and time, I started to get better and better, and I was just like, oh, this could maybe this could be something, and then I just started doing just, like, little things for, like, friends, like, "Oh, yeah, something here, something there," and I was like, "You know
Mhm.
what? Let me try this out. Let me, like, start doing more stuff and posting more things online and seeing where it goes," and then sure enough, this is where we are now. I have a full little
That's
small business that I
awesome.
have, and I've done lots of conventions and little pop-ups and stuff now, so, yeah, it's gotten to be incredible how we've gone from something just me practicing at
Yeah.
home on scrap wood to me making these elaborate pieces now.
That is awesome. So I know that this is a kind of like a larger piece because I have a few different sized ones of
Mhm.
yours. Have you made pieces that are even larger than this?
Yes, I wish I still had it, but now that I made a piece that was, like, almost, like, 3 feet long. I can't even fit it over like, 3 feet long. It
Whoa.
was huge. It was an Attack on Titan piece that I did with, like, 4 of the
Uh-huh.
Titans on there, and I think where did I sell I sold it at UChiCon.
That's
Somebody bought it, and I was like, "Oh my god,
awesome.
yay, my baby finally found a home."
That's wonderful. So then, you said you have a machine and you've made like all these really awesome, wonderful pieces, but can you kind of walk us through really quick on like what does that process look like from just start to finish? Like how do
Mhm.
you decide which pieces you want to do? Like all of that.
I guess well, I start off with I'm like seeing, okay, so what's kind of like popular right now? What are people talking about online? I'm like, okay, so like right
Uh-huh.
now, JJK is really popular and Demon Slayer and whatnot. So I was like, okay, let's look into something there. And then I find reference pictures. And I was like, okay, I like this picture. So let's see. So from there, I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, what size wood should I put this on? Should it be a big piece? Should it be a small piece? And then once I have the piece, then it goes down to the like the actual physical labor part of the wood burning work because it's not just like, oh yeah, I just get the thing and I just start drawing. No, it's a process. So once I
Yeah.
have the wood piece that I need to sand it. So I have to sand it with different yeah, with little grit sheets
Mhm.
and a sanding machine, and I'm just like sanding it down to get a smoother surface. And then once that's done,
Yeah.
then I come back and I get my stencil ready to put on top, and then I trace my stencil using like carbon copy paper, like that dark
Yeah.
brown, not dark brown, like dark gray paper where you trace over
Yeah, and
and
it
it
is.
transfers over the image. And then from there, that's when I
Mhm.
start to actually burn. And it's kind of like, I guess, tattooing in a way. Like you get your stencil ready, you put it on your canvas, which is the wood
Yeah.
for me. And then I do my line work first. I do all the lines. And then after that, I go into shading. And then once the shading is done, then I seal it.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a
That's
process,
really
but
cool.
it's a
Yeah.
big process from start to finish, but it's always rewarding in the end.
And what's, like, I guess, the most challenging part or, like, your least favorite part in this whole process of wood burning?
I guess it would be more just like the prep work. To me, it's the less fun part of it where it's like, ugh, I gotta go outside, gotta carry all this wood, I gotta sand it and get all dusty and stuff, and then I gotta
Mhm.
trace, which is like, ugh, it's so boring to trace the stencil on. But I'm like, but I'm like, I put my music on and watch some anime while I'm tracing, and then I'm like, okay, now the fun part starts. Now I can actually like burn. So that's mostly.
Mhm.
I wouldn't really say it's just hard. It's more tedious, I think, and it's just like it's not as fun.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I just want to start to shade and lines, and I want to do it all.
Right, right. I think even when you're, like, building cosplay stuff, it's like I work a lot with, like, EVA foam, as you know, and it's like the
Hmm.
tracing your stencil and on the foam, like, that's such a drag, to
Yes,
be
and like,
honest.
it's not like it's not easy either. You're like, oh no, I have to make sure I cut it correctly
No.
and glue it on correctly. I'm like, ugh.
Right.
I've just started working with foam here and there, and it's like this is hard.
It's a
But I'm like,
learning curve. Uh,
but you are a beast at it because you are just like incredible with all your stuff you do.
I try. It's kind of similar to your process. Many, many oopsies and very rough work in the beginning, and just lots of
Yeah, same.
practice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I remember in the very beginning just, like, messing up lines and going too deep on certain spaces or shading too dark, and I'm
Oh,
like, "Oh, no,
yeah.
I can't bring it back. I can't erase it." So it's just like, ah, it's
Right.
so hard. Or burning myself with the tips is I'm like, when I have to change the tips on
I
the
didn't even
actual,
think
like,
about that.
pen? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's honestly, it's kind of like tattoo 'cause you tattooing have like, when you tattoo, they have different needles and sizes, and there's, like,
Mhm.
multiple needles on some things, so it's kinda the same thing where you, like, change out the tips for shading, change out the tips for line work if you want different lines, if you wanted textures, it's like, there's so many different little, like, tips that go on the thing, it's crazy, like, I thought it was just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, just one little thing," and you're no, you gotta switch it out for every single thing you try to do. So it's
Wow.
tedious, but it's rewarding.
That's awesome. So what I'm hearing though is like if you ever wanted to change careers, so to speak, you could go into tattooing then.
I guess I could, but I'd be too scared. I don't I'm like, I find with just wood, I'm like, wood won't get mad at me if I mess it up. I'm like, kudos to all those
You're
tattoo
guinea
artists,
pig.
because kudos to all the tattoo artists. I could not do it. It is too much pressure for me.
Too much, yeah, I get that. Um, so what was your first piece an anime related piece? Like the first
Yes,
wood
I think
burning thing you've ever done?
the
Oh,
first
okay.
wood burning piece was anime. I'm trying to think. I want to say it was like when I just started off practicing, it was like Demon Slayer stuff. I remember like doing like a little
Yeah.
Nezuko, a little Tanjiro, and I was like, oh, okay, this is so cute. And then
Mhm.
that's when I started to learn about different wood, like different wood burned differently. And it's
Oh.
like, oh, if you want to like, like the cheaper, thinner wood that's like, like plywood almost, like the really thin, like pale
Mhm.
wood, that burns like really easily, and it's good for just more line work and some shading, but it's not as good as basewood, like the one that you have. Like that piece is different and
Gotcha.
it burns
Yeah.
much more smoother. When I sand it, it just sands like butter and it just glides like butter once you burn it. versus, like, if I do pine is, like, more, I wanna say
Oh,
ridgy,
okay.
like, it has a lot of ridges, so when I'm trying to, like, do a straight line, it'll
Mhm.
just go bloop, 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 I'm like, "Ugh." I'm like, I love how it looks sometimes, but it's just like, ugh. That's why I usually just tend to work with just, the majority of my stuff is just basswood because 'cause I'm like, I know this is a wood that
Yeah.
burns that sands good and will burn smoothly when I'm trying to, like, draw smooth straight lines and stuff, so I'm
Mhm.
like, "Okay." So I'm like, it's been through trial and error how I've learned, like, what wood to work with.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
So you have, like, all of this wisdom now too, and I guess, like, going on that vein, like, what advice would you have for someone who wants to start a creative business?
I would say just do it, even if you're, like, nervous about, like, "I don't know if I'll be that good." I'm like, nobody's good when they start off. I know I wasn't. I know
Mhm.
I was not. I didn't think I would get to the level that I am now after all these years, but it's just like, just do it. You'll discover or even rediscover things that you used to love, and like me, like, I rediscovered how much I loved anime as a kid, and now I'm like
Mhm.
I'm an adult and I have adult money, and I could just do anything I want with with anime related stuff, and just do it because you never know what, communities you'll find, what friends you'll make, because if it wasn't for honestly, if it wasn't for my wood burning, I wouldn't have gotten into being more into cosplaying because I first started off just selling at cons, and I was like, "Man, these everybody's having so much fun dressing up." I'm like,
Mhm.
let me try to, like, cosplay," and then that's when I started to cosplay too, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I can combine, like, so many things that I love into one awesome thing," and it's just like, it's all of this because of my wood that I was able to find and make these incredible
Yeah.
friendships and find these amazing communities within the cosplaying and anime community, and it's just like, aw, all thanks to the wood,
That's
basically.
awesome. All thanks to the wood burning
Yes,
business. That's
uh-huh.
so cool. 'Cause, I mean, probably people don't know, I mentioned you're one of my, like, best friends, but we met through cosplay, through the
Mhm.
internet. You know how my mom used to say,
Yes.
"Don't talk to people like strangers online?"
we yeah, I
Well,
talked
it
to a
worked.
stranger. I just met a stranger
You
and they
talked
said,
to
"Yeah,
a
come meet us up at this
stranger.
convention." "Sure."
So really quick lore, pretty much, like, really quick lore. I
Yes.
think it was a C2E2 I attended, and it was like a
Mhm.
Facebook group of people who were like, "Oh, who was there and
Yes.
wants to follow each other on Instagram?"
Mhm.
And I commented and you commented there, and I think you're like, "Oh, I remember seeing you around because I did my, like, first version of my Mexican Sailor Moon."
Really? Oh my god,
And
and that's how I saw
yes,
you, I was like,
I
"Oh,
have
I think that's her." But
yes, so then
I
we
was just
followed
too
each
nervous to, like, come up
other.
to you and be like, "Hi, I seen you on the internet."
I like And then after that, there was ASIN, which is coming up, and
Mhm.
you're like I asked if you were gonna go, you're like, "Oh, I don't know." And I was like, "You can come with me and my friends and
I
join
was like,
us if you're
"Sure."
going alone." Let me meet
And
this stranger.
let me meet this random stranger that I met on a Facebook group that I don't even know what they actually look like other than their cosplay.
And the rest is history.
Literally, that was what, a couple years ago now, right? Yeah,
I
that's
think, that might have been
I wanna
ASIN
say
of 2022
I think it
or
was
2023.
2022, 2023,
One of
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So, that's wild. Super
Yeah.
cool.
It is.
And, it's been really cool because like, you've been at different conventions, you've got one coming up in August, right?
Mhm. Yes, I have anime magic, so make sure to stop
She'll be
by,
vending at
get your
Anime
badges, get your
Magic.
badges.
Yeah, I know that we've had different mutual friends in the cosplay community who have done, like, commissions and bought
Mhm.
things from you when you're at the conventions and different stuff. Even some of, like, these, anime clubs or anime raves that pop up here and there too. I think you
Mhm.
were at one of them earlier this year.
Yes. Uh-huh. I was at
Um,
Anime Night, I think it was called, Anime Night.
Anime
They were
night, I
so much
think.
fun.
Yeah,
Yes. Mhm.
that's
And I
so
saw some of our,
cool.
like, mutuals that we see at other conventions, they were there. I was like, "Oh my gosh." And we just kinda hung out there and stuff, so it's like all of my little worlds, like, intermingling and coming together.
Collide. Yes, which is so cool. So I know we're getting kind of close to like the end for us here, but I also wanted to ask you, out of all the pieces that you've made, which has been your absolute favorite?
Ooh, honestly, I gotta say Attack on Titan because I am just an Attack on Titan girly. If this does
Mhm.
not say
She's got the tats.
I have the tats to prove it. I love Attack on
Mhm.
Titan. So it's a tie between this Mikasa piece where it's kind of like the manga with the little bubble. I have that one where she's like holding her sword. Oh,
Mm.
it was so gorgeous. I wish I still had it, but
Yeah.
I'd have to I'd have to make it again. But my second favorite piece, which I do have, is this
Mhm.
Aaron piece when he's like in the manga in the sky, like above the clouds, where he's saying like freedom or I'm free or something like that. Um,
Yeah.
I have it here and a little lore for you because the craziness of what my business has been able to like let me do is like meet these like celebrities at cons. I'm like, I want to go meet them to show them some wood piece, and I've gifted pieces to like different people.
Oh
So
gosh, yes.
like I've gifted so let me show you the piece first. So ooh, I have to back up
Yes.
more. So I have this piece
Oh,
um
nice.
that I got signed by Bryce Papenbrook, the voice of Aaron. So I was like,
Oh my
oh,
god, that's
this I'm
so
like, this one hangs in
cool.
my room. This is one of my little treasures that I have in my room. So it's this one.
Yes.
And it's just so crazy how like through anime and stuff and just being at cons and being exposed to the culture and everything, I'm like, oh my god, I can actually meet celebrities and like just and show them I think the first celebrity that I met at a con was at Fan Expo in Cleveland, though. I sold at
Mhm.
Cleveland a couple of years back, and I
Oh, yeah.
gifted, Janet Varney, the voice of Korra from, The Legend of Korra. I gave her a wood piece, and she was like I was so nervous because I was like, "Oh my god, my first celebrity. I've never
Uh-huh.
met anybody like this." So I'm, like, waiting in line with my little piece,
Yes.
and then I got up to her and, like, I showed her the piece. She was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing. It's incredible." She's like, "Can you sign it for me?" I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'll sign it
Oh
for
my
you." It
god!
was so cool, and then even the cooler part, it was just I was, like, blown away, was that maybe, like, a couple days afterwards, she posted it on her Instagram story. I'm like, "Oh my god, this is so cool."
That is awesome.
Yeah,
That
so
is
just, like
really, really cool.
it's so cool having, like, sharing my art with, just other people and getting it out there, like, I gave a piece to Bryce Papenbrook, but it was an Inosuke piece, and then I had given a
Yes.
piece to, um oh my gosh, Tenoch Huerta, Namor. I made him a portrait of
Yes,
himself.
Namo.
I made him a portrait, I gave that to him as well, and then I also gave one to Dante Bosco, the voice of Zuko. I gave him a piece
Oh,
too when I met him at
cool.
C2E2 a couple of years back, and he was just like, "Oh my god, this is amazing, this is so cool." So it's just, like, amazing how this is just, like, open doors and even just, like, had me able to express myself and just be more out there and more, like, extroverted because I am just like, I just wanna be here, don't talk to me, don't look at me. I've never been as extroverted as I am now, so it's just like, I thank this, this business and the anime community and the cosplaying community, for giving me this opportunity and, like, making me just explore so many options and just being my true geek self that I've always wanted to be when I was a
Yes.
kid.
I love it. I know knowing you for a few years now, it has been super cool, like, seeing your growth and, like, putting yourself out there
Oh.
and getting out there and doing all these things, and I'm always just there, like, the biggest fan. I feel like a proud mom.
Yes! I was like, "You need your Leo friends. You need your Leo friends to get you out there."
Mhm. You were it's pretty much the whole, like, introvert that got adopted by an extrovert.
Literally, literally. Me being the
Even though
Virgo earth
I
sign and you the
lean
fire sign.
Yes, even though I do have my moments where I lean a little introverted. I think maybe I like to lead on that way and then I'll get, like, extroverted, but
Mhm.
yes, very much that. So, where can people oh, before I get there, I wanted to also bring up, again, always hyping you up. You have a piece in Japan, don't you?
Yes, I do. A couple what was it? Like, maybe 2 years ago, we went to Japan, and we saw that there's this, taqueria that sells, like, authentic Mexican tacos, like, for, like, estilo DF, I think, and
Yeah.
well, the owner, he's Japanese, but he fell in love with the Mexican culture and, like, lived in Mexico for a couple of years and studied, like, how to make the tacos and everything, and then brought all that back to
Uh-huh.
Japan, and now he has, like, 2 or 3 locations, I think now, of, like,
Uh-huh.
authentic tacos of carnita asada, like, they're so good, they're so good. And I made him a piece and he was just like, "Oh, wow," and it's still hanging up to this day, like, I still see it on their, like, Instagram stories and stuff. I'm like, "Oh, there's my piece right there, I see it, I see it." So, I think they're called,
She's worldwide,
I'm
everyone.
worldwide.
Mrs. Worldwide.
Yes, I forget the yeah. So, it's incredible how, like, how far one of my pieces has gone now to think about it. It's all one is
Mhm.
all the way in Japan.
What was the name of the taqueria? Do
Oh
you
my gosh, why
remember?
am I drawing a blank? Taqueria Tres Hermanos, I think?
Tres
Yeah,
Hermanos, I think,
I think
yeah.
Taqueria Tres Hermanos. Mhm.
Yes.
Something like
That's
that, I think.
awesome.
Mhm. But yeah.
I just wanted you to, like, drop that little lore because I thought it was really freaking cool, just so people
Yes.
know.
It's crazy.
So celebrities own her work. She's even signed it. She's in Japan and she's local to the Chicagoland area.
I
So
am.
get your piece by Pyro Orchid today. How can people connect with you? Where can they find you?
So I'm mostly active on my Instagram, which is underscore pyro dot orchid underscore. Same thing for my TikTok, but I don't really post a lot on there, but I should. I'm gonna try
Mhm.
to keep posting more on there. But I'm mostly active on Instagram. So that's where you guys can find me. I want to eventually, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm trying to see about maybe creating a website, hopefully in the future. I don't know when,
Ooh,
but
okay.
I want to. That's one of my goals for hopefully this year. So we'll see.
Awesome. Manifesting it. You will get a website by the end of the year.
Yay.
So if there's anybody who knows how to build websites,
Hey,
hit up
reach out.
Wendy.
Help me out.
Help a girl out.
Yes, I'm always
So
down.
I know we are yes. So we are coming up to the end, and right before we close, I just have one final question. This is really just a fun question, and just so
Mhm.
again we get to just pick your brain a little bit. Which anime character do you relate to the most, and why?
Ooh. It's tricky. I'm like right now
I
I'm
know it's
like
the hardest question.
I'm like unintentionally cosplaying Maki right now in a sense, like closet cosplay with the green hair and the shirt
Mhm.
unintentionally. But I want to say okay, I want to say it's like a cross between two characters. Maybe
Mhm.
Zenitsu from Demon Slayer, only because he freaks out over everything, and that's me. I'm always riddled with anxiety,
Mhm.
just like him. But when I lock in, just like he
You lock
does.
in.
And then I would
Mhm.
say also, Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries. Not just because of the hair either,
Yes.
but because I love
Mhm.
teas. I'm a big tea girly, and I have a whole shelf in my kitchen dedicated to just a bunch of different teas and little herbs and everything, just like her. I have my
Mhm.
own little apothecary in my kitchen.
You do. It's such a cute setup, I love it.
Thank
I had
you.
a feeling you were gonna mention her too, and then you've got the cat here,
I
very
do.
Mau.
I'm like Chibi Mao Mao right now.
You are. Alright, Wendy, well, thank you so much for spending time with us
Yeah,
and letting us
thank
spotlight your
you.
business and sharing all that really amazing, cool stuff. And everybody, now you know where to find her. And yep, this segment is there's more to come. I've got a few more ideas. I'm still kind of workshopping like what to even call this. So the name might change or something like that. For right now, it's just Nerds, Geeks, and Gamers Creator Spotlights is
Yay.
what we'll call them. But thank you so much, Wendy. You were wonderful. And
No,
the first
thank
guest,
you.
hooray! You're going to hold a
Yay.
special spot in my heart for this.
Aw, no, well, thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me on to this and letting me share my experience and just who I am and having people get to know me a little bit better. So whenever you see me around, if you guys see me at cons with Michelle and all of our friends, come reach out, say hi.
Mhm. And if you see her vending as Pyro Orchid and
Mhm.
having one of many wonderful pieces, better
Yay.
get something.
Yes. Bye, bye. Give me all your
Yes.
money.
You better buy it or else. It's like the meme, like, my boyfriend has something to share with you guys, and you better like it.
Yes, and then I come over, "Hi, guys, please buy my wood."
Uh-huh. All right, Wendy. Well, thank you so much. And we will have more episodes for just the regular Nerds, Geeks, and Gamers coming out soon, and a few more of these special one offs that I do on my own.
Yay.
And thank you all. Have a great night.
Awesome. Thank you.